Learn the latest news surrounding Kalidou Koulibaly, who was officially announced and signed as our second player of this season under Todd Boehly. Hear my thoughts and opinions behind the signing, and on top of that, we have some more news surrounding West Ham making bids for Broja, as well as updates on Jonathan CLAUSS. So, hope you guys are excited. Summer is kicking off. Tomorrow or earlier this morning, we begin our first pre-season game of the tour against Club America, so you guys stay tuned tonight. I'll be streaming and I'll be dropping the match review straight after. So, hope you guys enjoy. Smash that like button. Let's get over 5k likes for Koulibaly without wasting any more time. So right now, let's turn our attention to the club's official website and let's hear the first statements released by our second signing in Koulibaly. So we're going to have to scroll down a bit, my friends. Let's get to it. As he says, I'm very happy to be here with this team at Chelsea. It's a big team in the world, and my dream was always to play in the Premier League. Chelsea came first to get me in 2016, but we didn't make it. Now, when they came to me, I accepted it because they really wanted me to come to the Premier League to play for them. When I spoke to my good friends like Edu and Jorginho, they made my choice easier, so I'm really happy to be with you today. I want to thank the fans. I saw a lot of them in London. And on the plane, everybody was happy for me to be here. So I want to thank them, and I hope this season will be really good and we will give some good moments to the fans. The statement was ended by our new owner in Todd Boehly, sharing some thoughts and opinions. As he says, Kalidou Koulibaly is one of the world's elite defenders, and we are delighted to be welcoming him to Chelsea. Great leader and an exemplary team player, Kalidou brings a wealth of experience and attributes that will benefit our squad and the club as a whole. Welcome to Chelsea Football Club, Kalidou Koulibaly. So, you guys are more than gassed and excited by things happening. Of course, before the build-up to the announcement of Koulibaly, which came very early in the morning, around 6 AM in London, I saw the announcements, I got the notifications, but I was thinking to get up to record, but I was just way too tired. Couldn't even open my eyes properly. It was like, I need to sleep and get ready to do this in the morning. But you know, Koulibaly released a very nice and thought-provoking message to Napoli fans. Of course, he leaves Naples as a club legend. Over 317 appearances for them. He collected countless personal accolades, and you know, he leaves them as one of the world's best defenders. So, as he said to Napoli fans, you know, on the 1st of June 2014, an unforgettable date, my arrival in Naples, the beginning of a story of pure love. I was a shy boy, but with a great desire to show the world that I could do it. Victories, defeats, joys, disappointments. Too many emotions live together. Impossible to summarize them, but I keep everything in my mind, in my heart. My two kids were born in Naples. I've met people who will forever be part of my life and who made me and my family feel at home from the first to the last moments. Thank you to Naples, I became the man I am today. So, you know, a very classy figure and classy guy. But, you know, I got to talk about the player that we are bringing into this club and why I think that Koulibaly is a 10 out of 10 signing and one of the best signings we could make in this current window. Now for me, Rudiger leaves us as one of the best defenders in Europe. The way that this guy grew over the past 24 months. A lot of people said that Tuchel was the one to take his game to the next level, but let's keep things accurate. Now, Rudiger was also showing signs of improvement under Lampard before he was sacked in the end as well too. But what we're losing in Rudiger is someone who dominates his duels on the ground and in the air. You know, someone who leads from the back, someone who's a proactive defender, someone who's a great progressive passer of the ball as well too, and someone that adds reassurances and strength and solidity at the back. And there aren't many solutions available. I kind of thought that in this window we might target younger players that could possibly grow and improve as the years burn on, but in signing Koulibaly, we are signing someone right now, immediately, who can come in, do the job, and provide world-class solutions at the back. The guy is a complete defender, and I keep drawing comparisons to Van Dijk. I kind of think that him and Van Dijk are quite similar stylistically, and you know, look at the impact that someone like Van Dijk brought to the Liverpool back line. Koulibaly, not only is this guy a threat from set pieces, you know, the guy's one of the best ball-playing defenders in Europe. You know, thank God for guys like Maurizio Sarri who can spot potential in players and coach them and improve them, because he transformed Koulibaly into one of the world's most elite, world-class defenders on the planet right now. I mean, this guy can pin passes between the lines. You know, he's a defender that collects the ball to receive and kickstarts attacks, and at the same time he is marshalling and, you know, communicating across his back three. He's telling players and fullbacks, push out, come back, and that is the vocal leadership that we desperately need if we want to try and, maintain our qualities from last season. How many times was Rudiger, for example, constantly communicating with like Alonso or Ben Chilwell down that left-hand side, constantly in communication with Silva, his midfield partners around him. These little intangibles, add up to make a big difference. And with Kalidou, playing alongside Edouard Mendy, who he already knows, Jorginho as well, to one of his best friends and boys from back in Napoli. He comes to an environment now where he can really shine and play his best, most confident football. But still though, for me, the guy is so imposing in ground duels and aerial duels. He can score important goals from set pieces. He can play those switch balls to find the wing backs, the full backs out wide. He doesn't waste time dwelling on the ball. He's constantly kick-starting the next attack and has ridiculous composure and that ability to carry the ball forward as well. He is a complete defender. But on top of that, most importantly, the guy's character and mentality is absolutely going to complement this squad that he's joined. I mean, from all of the hardships he's dealt with over his years, especially in Serie A with the non-stop racist abuse and stuff like that, it kind of just brought out his social justice side. And he became very vocal and very outspoken against matters like that, just displaying a new type of, personal leadership. And, he leaves Serie A as one of the most revered, respected players in the league. He's a player that everyone absolutely loves. You're bringing in kind of like the perfect player and who ticks tens in literally all attributes. We brought a world-class solution to this team. He's complete in all areas. Welcome to Chelsea Football Club, Kalidou Koulibaly. I cannot wait to see him play in pre-season. Kalidou, Raheem, who's next to come? So right now, you guys, share your thoughts and opinions. How excited are you by the arrival of Koulibaly? And now we move on to the second story. And it's time to talk Armando Broja, because last night, West Ham weren't playing around. Now, we know that in the market currently, they've made attempts now to try and sign Scamacca from Sassuolo. They're currently talking to Lille over the negotiations to sign Onana as well too. And could that potentially allude to maybe Onana being like a Declan Rice replacement in the future? Who knows? That could be a possibility. And I think Onana would be like an amazing backup solution to Declan Rice, to be honest with you. But last night, West Ham made an official opening offer of around £25 million plus £5 million in add-ons. Now, and this is something that currently we're still thinking about. No movements right now. You'd imagine that it's getting rejected and West Ham will come back with another offer, with some reports suggesting that this new offer will be around £35 million. But the reality is Napoli, Everton, Newcastle, so many clubs are showing interest in trying to sign Broja. So if the player was to leave, you could force obviously like a bidding war and sell to the highest suitor. That could be a way to get things done. But of course, Broja right now linked up with Raheem Sterling to join us for pre-season. He was spotted with like a little like protective bandage around his ankle. You guys don't worry, it's like a very minor precautionary thing. He's still going to be good and fine for pre-season. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he does, hopefully against Club America later tonight. But could we now be selling Broja? Possibly not, because our manager and Thomas Tuchel came out and publicly said this. As Tuchel said, Armando is our player first of all, and we have at the moment no interest in selling him. He is here to make an impression after he was on loan in Southampton. That's his situation from where we look up front. It's good if there's interest, as it shows us there's talent and potential. It shows us that he is in the position to impress and become a Chelsea player. When will he become a Chelsea player? No one knows, but hopefully as soon as possible. He got injured and there's a delay for him, in which is never nice, because a young player should normally make an impression from the first minute in pre-season. Now we have a bit of a delay in that, but that's the situation. So Tuchel is publicly saying, I'm not selling Armando Broja. And if he was forced to sell him, it's not going to be because he doesn't rate him or because he doesn't want him. It could possibly be down to the fact that Broja hypothetically could decide, maybe I want to explore this option at West Ham and, play for a team I'm destined to get guaranteed minutes at my young age. That could be something that happens, but at least Broja knows that he has that ringing endorsement now from Tuchel, who wants to give him a fair opportunity in pre-season. There are some of the things I want to hear. Hopefully I can hear these things around Ethan. Hopefully I can hear these things around Levi Cole as well too. I think that these are two more solutions that could add big things to the squad for next season. But it's nice that Broja and Conor Gallagher at this point in time seem to be other Cobham grads making it in the squad for next season. And come on, you guys, like the amount of talent we're able to produce from our academy for free, it's saving us hundreds of millions when you can use these guys in your squads and it should allow you to sign the very best of what the market can offer and provide. So let's see what happens. I feel like we have to really see how Broja performs during preseason first and just how many minutes he does get. But I can't imagine that West Ham will give up right now. So let's continue to monitor this story. Right now, you guys, we have things for the final report, and let's talk Jonathan CLAUSS from RC Lens. Now, news has come out from the Evening Standards. Manchester United currently are rivaling us now to try and sign CLAUSS at this point in time. Now, we have held contacts. He's a player that we have scouted for over a year now. We've watched over like 30 or 40 games of Jonathan CLAUSS, so he's a very strong option. But considering the fact that he has 1 year left in this deal, and RC Lens won around £8 million, as I've been saying, he's not a player that you have to secure straight away. His signing will come down to whether we sell Azpilicueta and Marcos Alonso, which seems very, very likely at this point in time. And knowing that maybe competition from across Europe now is starting to get a little bit smaller. For example, Atletico Madrid were one of the favourites to sign CLAUSS, but now they're close to signing Udinese's, Nahuel Molina, like the Argentinian right back, who's a very good player as well too. And this makes it easier for us to get CLAUSS to sign for us. Now, we know he's a big Chelsea fan, and I think that's always going to give us an advantage over any other club. Thomas Tuchel is looking for backup to Reece James. That comes in the form of a new right wing back or a winger that can also double up as a wing back too. CLAUSS scored 11 assists in Ligue 1. RC Lens have been like one of the biggest surprise packages over recent seasons. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. They got players like Fofana, Decore, who just signed for Crystal Palace, plus many other talents at their club. And CLAUSS has been one of the leading defenders and wing backs, full backs in the country now for 2 years consistently. At 29 years old, with the wages he's on and the valuation for the player, this could be a great bargain. But at the same time, I have seen other sides to this argument. One argument is, if we aren't going to challenge for the title in the next like 2 seasons at least, how is someone like CLAUSS going to help us knowing that he's going to turn 30 soon? And by the time we are ready for a title challenge, he could be 32 years old, and then you're back in the market again to find a replacement. I get that side of the argument, but I also have some belief in the player's game. I think he's a lot better than is expected, and I think that's exactly why he's at this stage in his career as he is, because he's always possessed that talent. You can't fluke being one of the best fullbacks in Ligue 1 over 2 years, and I just think that in terms of that price and the wages you're offering, it's so small, minute, with players actually earning more than the money it would cost to sign the player to begin with, that I think it would be worth it for the sake of the team. And hopefully we can reinvest that money into other positions. So you guys, on that note, that is all the stories for today. Expect more content to be coming out later today, so make sure those bell notification buttons are out. And of course, if you're planning on buying any of the new home season kits or training gear, find links below in the description and use my discount code NINI10 for 10% off your final order. So on that note, I'm NINI FC, this is BlueLionsTV. I'll catch you guys later with some more videos. Cool.